Hello and welcome to busybee.com, and today's vidcast is the latest post, what we bloggers can learn from Oprah Winfrey. Hi, I am Andy Lehman and I am reading a post today, what we bloggers can learn from Oprah Winfrey, which is by Sam Mottram. Okay, so if you wanted to create a successful niche blog and build it up to authority status, then you probably should take a leaf out of Oprah Winfrey's book. Oprah is a very clever and successful woman who has built an empire by giving her viewers what they really want, and by doing so she has grown her media empire. You see, Oprah realised that people wanted to hear about stories of real people and get real advice from professionals who could help them with the problems they encountered in their daily lives. They didn't just want to listen to what Oprah had to say or know what she got up to each and every night. That would be just dull and boring. Even the most exciting, fulfilled and active people have many downtimes and periods where they do simply everyday things like us, which can be interesting now and then, but you wouldn't want to fill a TV show up with simply ordinary stuff, would you? So Oprah realised that her shows had to be full of interesting and exciting stories and information, so she did something most bloggers do not do, and that is to fill her show with other people. You see, it's not all about me. These people are celebrities such as film, TV and music stars, professionals like Dr. Phil and the general public who have lived their incredible life experiences, like Tarara Trent, a woman from rural Zimbabwe, who wrote her dreams down on paper, placed the paper in a tin and buried it under rocks. Each of her dreams eventually came true, and when each achievement was accomplished, she returned to Zimbabwe, unearthed her tin and crossed the mount. People love real life stories, and they love to be given real advice by those they believe are the field leaders. The relationship becomes a kind of symbiotic one, where the professional gives Oprah some value. She must be good if the professional who has limited time is willing to go on her show, and her show gives weight to the professional's career. He must be good at what he does if Oprah has asked her to go on her show. When Oprah does a book review, it is well known that the sales for that book skyrocket the following day and for the rest of the week. Her power and popularity can literally make people a success overnight. So when Ryan Dice speaks, you should listen. The internet marketer Ryan Dice calls this the Oprah Factor, and believes that bloggers who want to build a successful blog should, in fact, stop blogging about their lives and experiences and start to focus on other people. They should also involve other people on their site, like doing interviews with the professionals and celebrities of the niche they are blogging in. Ryan followed the Oprah style and built up an authority site by stopping his staff from blogging. He suggests you become an editor and not a blogger. Instead, you pay the big names to write for your site. You edit the posts and share them on social media. You are in fact promoting other people and not just yourself. This sounds a bit abnormal to many bloggers who have spent years writing their own blogs and crafting their sites around their personalities, but promoting other people via your site has many advantages. The professionals writing for your site will want to share the posts they write to their following, which will bring you back a lot of free traffic. Yes, you have paid for the post to be written, but you are paying professionals who, by their nature of them being a field leader, they will have a large established following on Twitter and Facebook. If they haven't, then do not ask them to write for your site. The idea is that at the start you create a lot of new traffic to your site by using the weight of the professional. When someone is a professional in the public's eye, their business and success becomes dependent on them staying popular and being seen, so they will want to promote their posts they write for your site with their fans, which means you get a lot of new traffic. TV companies have been doing this for years. When you think about it, TV has been doing this for years. When a new show needs viewers, they bring on the biggest stars and celebrities. If you are a big fan of will.i.am from the Black Eyed Peas, and you heard he was doing an exclusive chat and live performance on a new Friday night chat show, what would you do? If you were not going out partying, I imagine you would be tuning in to watch it. Having several big names writing for your site, each with large followings, can bring in a lot of traffic, and a lot of that traffic will be returning visitors. People will want to link to the posts on your site as well as share them. All of this is great for you. Search engines will notice this new growth in love from people, and you'll be rewarded by getting better rankings and a lot faster than trying to do it all by yourself. The cost of paying for big names to write for your site might not be what you had budgeted, but if you stop and think about the amount of people that each post could bring to your site and then compare that to, say, the amount of people a Google or Facebook ad campaign would bring for the same price, paying for the writer would have a better CPC than the advert campaigns and be a far better return on investment. When you look at the big authority sites like the Huffington Post, Bloomberg and the Drudge Report, you will see that those who own the sites, like Adriana Huffington, Maya Bloomberg and Matt Drudge, do not write the articles. They might have once, but they certainly don't now. Many writers are willing to write for these sites for free, now that they are big names. These sites are to the internet what Oprah Show was to TV. Remember what I said about her books. Oprah could make an unknown person a success overnight. Any new young aspiring musician or actor would jump at the chance to be interviewed by Oprah or perform on the show. When you start to take authority site status, you become like Oprah, and people will contact you and offer to write for your site for free so that they can start to carve out a career and a name for themselves. So all that money you paid out for the big names at the beginning again becomes worthwhile. You would need to start with a plan. Work out who are the big names in your niche and if they have a large enough following to make working with them worthwhile. Decide if you want to interview them or ask if they would write for your site in exchange for pay. Decide on how much you could afford for each article and how many professionals you can afford to hire for a set period. When you have a plan to work to, with an idea of how much it will all cost and where you need to be heading, get started. If you wish, you can still write your own articles or do an editorial, but if you really want to build up a large authority site, then blogging may not be the way to go. I'm not saying that you cannot create an authority site from blogging, but it will take ages. And why do you want to do that when there is a better and faster way? Okay, so that's it for today's post, and we've just discussed the fact that if you want to have an authority site, then doing it all yourself is probably not a great idea. In a nutshell, what we're saying is you could probably approach the field leaders and pay them to write articles. As long as they have a large enough following, then they will start sharing their posts, which are on your site, around to their traffic. So it's a great way of getting traffic to your site and building up a authority status. Okay, so please visit busybee.com. You'll see that we have lots of great articles like that coming onto the site regularly as well, and subscribe to our newsletter because you will get, if I dare say it, one of the best newsletters around, again full of great advice and information. And so this is Andy, and I will see you in another vidcast.